Hi, Ange. Can we just first of all start with your thoughts, please, after the news of the sad passing of former Celtic manager Wim Jansen?
Yeah, sad news. Obviously for his family and for our football club, and I guess all the organisations he's been involved with. A massive name in Dutch football, and both as a player and as a manager. But I've often said that for all of us, we get to the privilege of coming through these clubs, and I guess our ultimate ambition is to leave some sort of mark or some sort of legacy, and he did that in 12 months. The impact he had in just 1 year at this football club is fantastic. Obviously, a similar journey to mine from Japan to here, way back then, and as I said, he's left an indelible mark, and again, for all of us, it's kind of what you hope for is that at the end of it, when you stop doing what you love, is that along the way you've belonged somewhere, and you've made a mark somewhere, and because that keeps everything you've done alive, and with Wim, that's definitely the case. As I said, both in Dutch football, but particularly here at our club, he'll be forever remembered.
And turning to this week's game, Ange, I just wondered if you could give us any update on Callum. I know you mentioned a concussion last night, but is there any other injuries suspected or confirmed yet with Callum?
Yeah, he obviously it wasn't just concussion, he obviously got a significant facial injury, and it's a serious injury. Nothing's changed on that front. It's still a serious injury, and we'll give him the time he needs to heal and recover, and we'll be guided by the medical professionals on that, and by Callum himself. I said yesterday he was feeling better, but that doesn't mean it's still not a serious injury. And as I said, at the moment we're just sort of supporting him in his recovery, and hopefully get back to being part of the setup here again soon.
Thank you, Kennedy. Ange, just on that, do you have any idea when he might be back? I guess if you ask Callum, he'd love to be back for the Rangers game in just over a week. But is that completely unrealistic? Have you got a sense?
No, I don't put timeframes because I'm not in the medical profession, and it kind of confuses me sometimes when people start talking about games and who's going to be available for certain games. So, like I said, at the moment, all we're concerned about is Callum McGregor, the person. He had this is not just about football. He's had a significant injury, so we just want to make sure he recovers and he feels good. As you said, Callum's the type of character who will be itching to get back out there. But first of all, we look after the person's health and make sure they recover well. And then in terms of when he gets back to training and when he gets back to playing, we'll be guided by the medical professionals.
I guess the last thing any manager wants is another fresh set of injuries. Are you maybe better equipped now to deal with it, or are you still extremely frustrated that that's more players out potentially?
No, look, it's not about being better equipped. You, as any manager, you want your best players available, and unfortunately, we haven't had that. We haven't had a period of that since the beginning of the year. There's been one sort of disruption after another, and all you can do is what we've done so far, and what the players have done, the staff, is deal with it and not let it affect what our overall objectives are, and that is to consistently perform at a good level, play our football, and not make excuses. So we've done that. But if you ask me, am I disappointed by the injuries I got the other night? Yeah, I am. And like I said, you'd much rather have players available, your best players. That's the whole reason we wanted a strong squad. We just haven't had that at our disposal so far. But as I said, we've done a great job of just getting on with it, and we'll continue to do that.
Also mentioned Gucci is a man whose injury is a bit more serious. Does he also fall into the same bracket as Callum in terms of more long term than short? Missing the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, it was. I was asked after the game, and to be honest, I hadn't even seen him when I got asked. And but when I went back into the rooms, it was quite obvious that it was a significant injury. And when you look at the vision of it, it's yeah. To be fair, it could even been a hell of a lot worse. And again, disappointing that he's had to deal with that.
Considering the injuries specifically to midfield as well, I know you've got Matt O'Reilly in now, but has the recent spell of injuries made you maybe reevaluate what you need to do in the transfer market with just a week left?
No. I mean, I think we the sort of the strategy we had going into the transfer window, we've accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, and from now on it's just about sort of solidifying the group and continuing to play. Injuries, like I said, we at some point we'll be in a better place when all the players sort of get through their different rehabs, and hopefully that come the sort of business end of the year, we've got the strong squad we need.
And there are significant injuries, especially in midfield with Callum and now Gucci as well. But does that present an opportunity to other midfielders, likes of James McCarthy and Hatate and Matt O'Reilly, who you've just brought in as well to get a good run the team and shine?
Yeah, that's why they're here. I mean, they're here to play. They're here to be part of the setup. And sometimes you get your opportunities because of injuries, other times because of their own good performances. But they're all here to contribute. And as I said, we've dealt with these things, whether that's injuries in certain areas of the field, or we've navigated our way through that because we believe in the players we've got here, and we'll have a team out there tomorrow night who we believe will be strong enough to win the game.
Looking ahead to tomorrow night, then, it is Hearts. It's the same fixture you had on the first day of the season. Lost that night, but do you think this will be a marker of how far you've come in the 6-7 months since you've been here?
This is the fourth time we're playing them. When does the statute of limitations expire on a fixture?
Just because it's is it the first time back at Tynecastle?
Okay, all right. Okay, so that's when it expires. Okay, thanks for that. All right, thank you. Obviously, look, it was a different start for us. There's no point sort of regurgitating everything that went on at that time. We kind of know the situation we were in and what we had to deal with players coming in, going out. It was a very sort of less than settled period for us. I still thought we performed okay on the day. We lost narrowly, but obviously it wasn't a great way to start the league. But I think we're a different team now. We have been for quite a while, to be fair, not in the last sort of couple of weeks. And as I said, it's the fourth time we play them, so we kind of know what we're going to get.
Ange, Chris Julian was on the bench at the weekend. How close is he to starting?
Look, he's a fit and he's available. Now it's just a matter of opportunity, and that'll come when it's there for him. I mean, it's like I said with the other players. You get an opportunity for different reasons. Sometimes it's because of injuries, other times because of me wanting to change things or alter things. And the key thing for Chris is that he's training well, he's fit, he's available. Now it's just a matter of for him to bide his time, get his opportunity, and when he gets it, to perform well.
Is it, well, for you, will be like having another player available, a brand new player?
Yeah, look, he hasn't sort of contributed so far, so yeah, it's great that he's another player that we can call upon. We've had significant injuries, in the sort of midfield and front third areas, but we've been pretty solid defensively all year in terms of the players we've been able to call upon. But having him there with his experience and his quality is certainly going to help us.
Ange, just wanted to ask you about Georgios Giakoumakis. He obviously scored his goal the other night, and after the game he said that this is the season starting for him now because of disruptions of injuries. Are the fans about to see what he's really about?
Yeah, look, that's the opportunity that exists for Jacko now. He's one of the ones who came in very late in the piece. He had some, didn't really do a pre-season for us. he didn't do a pre-season anywhere, and any player will tell you that puts him behind the 8 ball straight away, and then he's had some setbacks in between. So the fact that over the break he was able to, we gave the players a week off, but he sort of kept coming in and did some really good work with the likes of Chris Julian and James Forrest, and they almost had like a mini pre-season. So yeah, it is sort of the beginnings for him, and now he gets an opportunity to show people exactly why we did sign him, and I thought he did well the other night, particularly because he hasn't played 90 minutes. He looked pretty strong. He took his goal well, and I'm sure he'll improve from that. And
yesterday, Robbie Neilson had said that he didn't think, despite Celtic's injury problems, would have that much of effect on the Celtic team, given the size of the squad and talent that was available. Is that how you see it? It's vindicate kind of having a big squad with one player drops out and one other comes in?
To a certain extent, but you want a big squad. The big squads only work when everyone's available. So, there isn't a manager who'll tell you that, they have a big squad because, they want to be able to call on players because of absences. You want a big squad so that you can, use that squad to maximum effect on a consistent basis. And the reality of it is we haven't been able to, and we've had to play players repeatedly, and it's why we struggled in the first half of the year with having a settled team, because so many, the workload fell on too few. So hopefully moving forward, like I said, that situation improves and we can sort of navigate the fixture schedule, which you also have to note our fixture schedule's a little bit different from other clubs, so other managers sort of commenting on the squad I've got and so forth need to take into account the bigger picture.
And can we just check your team news? Who's definitely out for you tomorrow? Obviously, you've got the couple from the weekend. Abada, will he make it? Anyone else?
We don't have time, mate. Abada's fine. He's okay. So he's available from the other night. As we said, Itaguchi and obviously Cal are out, and no one else is really coming back out of the ones who are sort of been missing so far. So from that perspective, no real sort of change.